and then I would have the music done. Okay? But I've changed that philosophy now because all the music sounds exactly the same. Okay? And I now realize, just like in dance, is that I have to do the extra homework and the effort to find pieces of music that will make the routine stand out. Okay? While I'm doing that now what I'm suggesting to people to do, especially when you're working with co-ed groups, is take your old piece of music, and when you're working on scales, when you're working on a jump sequence, even in springtime when you're drilling them, make them do it to music, because they get used to it. Take your old music, and even though the whips and the sound effects don't fit, when it's the partner stunt sequence, make them stunt to music. Finish it out. If they don't hit the stunt, they still have to hold, do the positions and finish it out, so they're used to the particular timing of it. I just feel that what's happening now is that I wrote down, and I didn't write them down today, so I can't give you the names, but I wrote down several squads where I went, wow, their music sounds different. Wow, their music sounds different. In jazz, I went to go watch the jazz in addition to watching hip hop, and I went, oh, wow, that's a great new idea. What a team did, and I know that they did this because I know this song, they took an a cappella version of a top 40, and I don't know what the song was, and they put underneath it symphonic music. And I thought, wow, that is so cool how they did that. And there's so many ways that you can now get music where there's the a cappella version, on track 4 or 5 on the extended play type of things. So, I do feel that in choreography, music really does make a difference. Does make a difference and change. Stalls in music, I thought it was really interesting when all of a sudden this beat was going on, and then the music just stopped and everybody just hit. There was one squad that did that. I thought that was cool. I'm going to use that. Where the music just stopped and they just froze. And everyone went, well, what happened? Did the music stop? And then they moved on, to something else. So, there's ways that you can kind of go in different ways with the music, but you still kind of have to follow, the certain beats per minute of it. But I really feel that if you want to stand out, you need to do your homework, find pieces of music that will really, stick out for you. Any other questions? Yeah.
Do you do your formations before you would choreograph the routine?
Well, the question was, do I do my formations before I do the routine? What I do is, if it's I do two things. First off, I look at what I did last year for the team. Well, I can give you an example. Because I had in dance, I had this really strong group of dancers, and that were good turners. Well, what happens when you're doing turns is that you're forced to be linear, like 3 or 4 rows, and it's pretty boxy. And so because I did 3 turn sequences, the routine was looking very boxy. So I singled out where that was, and then what I had to do is I had to plot out they're in this one box, and then I've got to get them to this next box. How can I do that? And it made me create a serpentine figure in between that. So I caused them to swirl around rather than just pull into a bowling pin. I had them circle around like that. We did a formation change this way, so they were in there, they did something, and then they moved back into the particular box. I feel that if you plot out these formations, a lot of times it ends up holding you to what it is. In jumps, okay, what I thought was really cool is I saw a lot of teams this year, what they were doing is they weren't just in the straight line and they just weren't in the bowling pin, is they were in really abstract formations doing their jumps, and then all of a sudden switch so that the judges wouldn't get confused. Then they went to the bowling pin, and I thought that was interesting. So work out your basics, what you need to be. If you feel that in your partner stunt sequence that what would be really strong this time is for them to be in a V formation, then you got to figure out ways to get them in and out of it. So take your technical skills, plot them out where you want to put them, and figure out how you can be creative with the formation changes with it. rather than go, I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to move over this way, and then move, because you'll find out that you'll get stumbling blocks. Things will hold you back from that. Anything else? Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks.